Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Have you ever felt like you were born into a role that you didn't choose? That's kind of at the heart of what we're looking at today.
Yeah.
It's a romantic suspense novel
Okay.
that will have you like hooked from page one.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more deep dives like this one.
Yes.
We're cracking open Hidden Family by Blue Sapphire.
Okay.
You can find a link in the description below.
Uh,
So get ready for a whirlwind of secrets and loyalty and the dark side of power.
what immediately struck me about Hidden Family was how Blue Sapphire really blends this like Shakespearean family drama
Yeah.
with this fast-paced world of assassins.
Yeah.
It's like a very unique combination that really works.
Totally. And speaking of family drama,
Yeah.
we are thrown right into the world of the Donati brothers,
Mm-hmm.
Michael, Nico, and Yuri.
Okay.
And these are not your average siblings. These guys are major players in the Italian underworld.
It's so interesting how each brother embodies a different facet of power.
Right.
You have Michael, the stilled assassin, almost like a phantom.
Yeah.
Then there's Nico, the soccer star, wielding this influence in the public eye.
Oh, yeah.
And then Yuri, the oldest,
Yeah.
he's the protector, the silent force behind it all.
Yeah. Three brothers, three very different paths, but bound by this unshakable loyalty to family.
Absolutely.
But there's a shadow hanging over them, especially Yuri.
Yeah,
A hidden past that he's kept secret,
right.
even from his brothers.
And that secret and that forced separation that they're endured,
Yeah.
that is like the crux of the story. It's not just about the suspense of their present lives,
Yeah.
but like this underlying tension of their past and how it shapes their every decision.
Okay, so we've got these powerful brothers
Yes.
operating in a world of shadows.
Right.
Then enter Symphony.
Okay.
She's young, incredibly talented,
Yes.
but she's also carrying a lot of pain from her past.
What's fascinating about Symphony is how she embodies this idea of turning vulnerability into strength.
Yeah.
She's been bullied, she's faced hardship,
Mm-hmm.
but she finds solace and power in music and martial arts.
Right.
It's almost like Saffire saying that the things that make us feel vulnerable can also be our greatest weapons.
I never thought about it like that, but it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And it's these talents that bring her into the Donati family's orbit.
Right.
They become her protectors.
Yeah.
Which leads to one of the most intriguing twists. Symphony's arranged marriage to Michael Tall.
Oh, wow. Talk about high stakes. An arranged marriage to an
I
assassin.
know.
That's a recipe for danger and, dare I say, romance.
Right? Talk about an unusual meet cute.
Yeah.
But it's not all moonlight and roses, is it? You have this significant age difference between them.
Yeah.
And Symphony is understandably terrified at first.
Yeah.
It's not your typical love story.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes it so compelling.
Yeah.
You see this gradual shift from fear and uncertainty to like a tentative trust
Yeah.
and then to something deeper.
Yeah.
The question that Saffire seems to be asking is, can love truly bloom in the most unexpected,
Yeah.
even dangerous
Right.
circumstances?
Such a good point. And that question is woven through every layer of this story because remember, we're not just dealing with a complex marriage.
Right.
We're also thrown into this hidden world of assassins and deadly minions with Michael and Yuri operating in the shadows.
Yes.
It's intense.
And this world is full of intrigue and betrayal.
Yeah.
There's a constant sense of danger, especially with Leonardo Trovati looking in the background.
Yeah.
He's this power-hungry rival, determined to take control no matter the cost.
Leonardo, he's that villain you just love to hate.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Even Symphony, who starts out as this sheltered young woman,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't stay on the sidelines.
No.
She is drawn into this world.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, she discovers she has a knack for combat,
Okay.
even adopting the codename Hush.
It's an incredible transformation, isn't it?
It is.
She goes from needing protection
Yeah,
to becoming a weapon herself.
right,
But what's even more interesting is how she doesn't lose her artistic side.
right.
Her music and dance become outlets, ways to cope with the darkness around her.
Yeah, it's like those talents ground her, remind her of who she is until she's navigating this violent world.
Absolutely.
But beyond the individual journeys,
Yeah.
Hidden Family is also about this tangled web of family ties and betrayals
Yes.
within the Trovati dynasty.
It's very Shakespearean.
It is.
Like you said earlier,
Yeah.
Leonardo is at the center of it all.
Mm-hmm.
His ambition is ruthless. He's willing to manipulate and hurt anyone who stands in his way.
Yeah.
And this creates these incredibly high stakes
Yeah.
with the Donati brothers caught in the crossfire.
And of course, all this danger puts a huge strain on Michael and Symphony's relationship.
Yes, talk about a trial by
I
fire.
know, right?
Their love is constantly tested.
Yeah.
They face separation, uncertainty, and this looming threat of violence.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's those moments of connection, those stolen moments of intimacy that become even more precious,
Right.
fueling their desire to protect each other.
It's like their love becomes this beacon of hope in a world that's so dark and uncertain.
Yeah.
It makes you think, can true connection really thrive amidst chaos?
That's the question, isn't it? And I think that's what makes Hidden Family so captivating.
Mhm.
It's not just about the thrills and the suspense,
Right.
but this exploration of human resilience,
Mhm.
of love's ability to endure even in the face of unimaginable darkness.
Right. It's like their love story is this thread of hope running through like a tapestry of danger and intrigue.
Yeah.
And speaking of danger,
Yeah.
this brings us to the climax of Hidden Family.
Okay.
The confrontation that's been building from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to this showdown between the Donati brothers and Leonardo's forces,
Right.
with Symphony right in the thick of it.
This is where Sapphire's mastery of suspense really shines.
Yeah.
Like, the tension is palpable.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the edge of your seat wondering who will survive, who will make the ultimate sacrifice.
Right. It's like every page is a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Every line a breath held in anticipation.
Right.
And what's so powerful about this confrontation is Symphony's role in it.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a damsel in distress waiting to be rescued.
Right.
She's a warrior fighting alongside her family,
Yes.
using her skills as hush to protect those she loves.
It's such a powerful culmination of her journey. She started out needing protection.
Right.
And now she's a force to be reckoned with.
Totally.
But she's not just fighting with weapons and skill. She's also fighting with her art.
Right.
Remember that scene where she uses music to distract a guard?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's like Saffire is showing us that art can be a weapon, too.
Yeah.
A way to disrupt, to confuse,
Right.
to create an opening.
Yeah.
And speaking of openings,
Okay.
the resolution of Hidden Family does not disappoint.
Right.
We see a shift in power within the Trovati dynasty
Yeah.
as Leonardo's schemes unravel.
Mm-hmm.
And justice is served.
It's a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
But it's not just about punishing the bad guy.
Right.
It's about the consequences of actions,
Mm-hmm.
about the ripple effects of ambition and greed.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all this,
Yeah.
we see the enduring power of love.
Right. Despite all the hardship and danger they've faced,
Right.
Symphony and Michael's commitment to each other only deepens.
Yeah.
They find solace and strength in each other,
Mm-hmm.
proving that love can truly thrive, even in the darkest of circumstances.
And it's not just their romantic love that's highlighted. We
Right.
see the Donati brothers, their bond reforged in the fires of this conflict.
Right.
It's a reminder that family, chosen or otherwise,
Mhm.
can be a source of incredible strength and resilience.
So we've talked about the suspense, the romance, the family drama,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the bigger picture?
Yeah.
We know that Hidden Family is part of a larger universe created by Blue Saffire.
Yes.
What other stories or characters should we be paying attention to?
That's what's so fascinating about Blue Sapphire's work.
Yeah.
She creates these interconnected worlds
Mm-hmm.
where characters from different series pop up,
Oh, okay.
adding layers of depth and intrigue. For
Right.
instance, remember how Uncle Valentine Caprisi was mentioned?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's Vincent's brother and a major player in the Kings of New York series.
Wait, seriously. So we might see the Donati brothers crossing paths with Ronan and his crew.
Exactly.
Now, that's a story I'd love to read.
And it's not just Valentine.
Okay.
There's Iman Grant, Kyla's sister, who's sadly deceased.
Okay,
But her presence is still felt throughout the story.
right.
And then there's Roberto Donati, Donatella's husband.
Yeah.
Another character whose legacy has a ripple effect on the family.
Wow, it's like each book is a piece of a puzzle.
Yeah.
And the more you read, the more the bigger picture comes into focus.
Absolutely.
But this is starting to feel a little overwhelming.
Okay.
Where do we even begin with all these interconnected stories and characters?
Well, if you're intrigued by the Kings of New York,
Yeah.
Ronan's story is a great starting point.
Okay.
It's full of power struggles, forbidden romance,
Okay.
and of course that signature blue sapphire suspense.
Okay, I'm adding that to my list. But what about those other series you mentioned,
Yeah.
like the Your series and Ballers?
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect from those?
The Yours series delves deeper into characters like Mark Feenberg,
Okay.
the Sephora's best friend,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a particularly tragic story involving Ivana Graves,
Oh, okay.
Nick's ex-girlfriend.
Wow.
And the Ballers series focuses on Nico Donati's journey as he finds love with Reese Bridges Donati
Okay.
and starts a family of his own.
So we get to see Nico finding happiness after all the darkness he's experienced.
Exactly.
I love that. It's like a reminder that even amidst chaos and violence,
Right.
there's still hope for love and new beginnings.
And that's not all.
Okay.
The Baller series also introduces us to Cameron Perry and Maribel Mina Jones,
Okay.
whose love story is front and center in Ballers 3.
Okay.
And then there's Trevor Monroe,
Okay.
whose story in Pieces of Trevor's Heart
Mm-hmm.
explores the complexities of blended families.
Wow. It's amazing how Blue Sapphire manages to weave together so many different stories and characters,
Yeah,
creating this rich and complex world.
it is.
It's like a giant tapestry.
Yeah,
And Hidden Family is just one thread in the overall design.
absolutely.
But before we get too lost in the vastness of this universe,
Yeah,
let's bring it back to Hidden Family.
okay.
And that central question we've been circling around,
Hmm.
can love truly flourish in a world shrouded in secrets and violence?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
And while Hidden Family doesn't give us a simple answer,
Yeah.
it does offer a glimpse of hope.
Okay.
We see Symphony and Michael's love enduring despite incredible challenges.
Right.
We see the Donati brothers finding strength in their bond,
Mm-hmm.
even after years of separation and secrets.
Yeah.
And we see characters like Nico finding happiness and building new families.
It's like Blue Sapphire saying that even in the darkest of times,
Yeah,
love and hope can still find a way to bloom.
right.
It might not be easy, it might not be pretty,
Mm-hmm.
but it's possible.
Yeah,
And that's a message that resonates deeply,
right.
especially in the world that often feels shrouded in darkness.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes Hidden Family so much more than just a romantic suspense novel.
Yeah.
It's a story about the power of human connection,
Mm-hmm.
the resilience of the human spirit,
Right.
and the enduring hope that love can triumph even in the face of unimaginable darkness.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, like, how much darkness could you handle
Oh, yeah.
before love and hope start to flicker?
It's true. That's the power of a story like this.
It really throws those tough questions back at us.
Yeah, it forces us to confront those parts of ourselves we might not want to acknowledge.
And yet there's something so hopeful about it, too.
Yeah.
Like, even in the midst of all that chaos and violence,
Right.
there's this underlying belief in the strength of the human spirit.
Yeah, that even when surrounded by shatters,
Mm.
love and connection can still find a way to shine through.
It's a powerful message.
It is, and it's one that stays with you long after you finish the book.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes you want to look for those glimmers of hope in your own life.
Right.
To cherish those connections that bring light into the darkness.
Yeah. And maybe, just maybe.
To believe that even in the face of the unimaginable, love can still win.
So what does this all mean for you?
Right.
What resonated with you the most from Hidden Family?
Was it Symphony's journey from vulnerability to strength?
Yeah.
Or the Donati brothers' unbreakable bond?
Uh,
Maybe it was the idea that love can bloom even in the most unexpected places.
right.
We want to hear your thoughts.
Share your favorite moment from Hidden Family down in the comments below.
Yes, let's keep this conversation going.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive,
Yeah.
don't forget to subscribe for more captivating explorations.
Into the world of books and ideas.
Thanks for joining us.
Keep those pages turning.
And those minds exploring.
Until next time.
Happy reading.